It's time for Power Hour.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Thursday stream. And wow, what a rally off the lows, and just go figure. You can see on the 4 hour above my head in the daily, like what level at the lowest point did we see? And it's like we have 53 minutes until the daily close, and Bitcoin's like quite possibly about to go positive, which is crazy. I mean, like 109.35801. It's burnt in your mind. You know it so well. Like if you're watching this stream, if you care about Bitcoin and major inflection points, right? The Trump inauguration peak to the cent. That's where we got, and bounced off that level. It was down. Bitcoin was down over 2%, and now down 0.09%, $100. Anyone want to market buy and push this thing to positive? So I would say certainly levels being very well respected on the top side and bottom side. As you know, 112 is, I think, in a way, just as important as 109.358. That's why these are all plotted here, old all-time highs, where it was a swing low in early August. We lost it August 29th, and we've not seen any time. I mean, we've not had any candle close above $112,000 in the first 4 days of trading in September. So to recapture 112, I think could have a nice consequence where you could have a nice run to 116.9, but that's a big if. But it is cool to see that, like, you know, we were talking yesterday about, well, all they're doing is putting in maybe a short-term lower high at the resistance, and they did, and it rolled over. But now possibly, for the first time since the all-time high, on lesser time scales, a higher low is getting put in, right? The same low from August 25th, we got September 4th today. So momentum could be shifting on lesser time scales, but in the end, we must break 112. To retest it again after putting in a higher low is going to give you, I think, a slightly higher chance of breaking it, unlike what we saw yesterday. So, and that's kind of it for Bitcoin. That's what we got going on. That's pretty dramatic. Jeez. That's right, no sleeves. Yeah, I bought a bunch of tank tops because, I don't know, man. With the t-shirt on, I look kind of like a normal person. When I don't have a t-shirt on, holy crap, I look jacked. So I've just been taking it all in. But my God, man, the amount of money I spent on a personal trainer for 2 years now, I would want a refund if I didn't look freaking good in a tank top. So, okay, so that's where we're at. 109.358 support, but 112 still resistance. You got to break 112 if you want 116.9, 117. That's it. You break 112 on the 4 hour, well, you got to see that, 4 hour 200 some moving average 114.5, but no break yet. Just maybe finally a redeeming piece of data on a lesser time scale, the higher low. Okay, cool. Hi in the chat. As I did.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Ethereum was looking really bad, which is crazy because, oh my God, dude, the stock market, if you were watching today, like a dream, the rally. And then you had Ethereum like at lows of the day when some of my like alerts on the Mag 7s were going off at session highs, all-time highs, multi-month highs, whatever. Ethereum was beeping to the downside. It was down like 4+%, but obviously with Bitcoin rallying, the whole market's going to rally too. It's up 2% off the lows. Oh my God, look at this, dude. It was all over for Ethereum. It was over, dude. They were losing it. We had rejected 43.84 again. That bullish candle to recapture failed. you had broken the demand line, and then, wow, look at somehow we're kind of back in. Speaking of movies, the Ethereum movie. I hope it holds, man. Hope the demand line holds. It would be the 4th day in a row of this demand line going all the way back to June 22nd. It would be the 4th day in a row of buyers defending it. But again, it's like you'd feel a lot better if we can get back above 43.84 after that. And then if you can really break 43.84 without any sort of bull crap and it's real, then you got a nice 47.60 target. That would require, again, like Bitcoin breaking 112. Don't think you're going to be able to see Ethereum go to 47.60 without Bitcoin breaking the 112 resistance. So that's it. That's your Ethereum update. Holy crap. Crazy stuff going on. I mean, I guess we'll just look at the other ones because they're, you know, everyone wants to see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. XRP only down 1% today. Still holding within that mega descending triangle, 40-plus day consolidation structure. Still holding. Took out almost the entire day of gains from September 2nd, but again, still above this descending triangles buy wall at 277. And you just, so it's just good. There's like Bitcoin, there's a decent amount of support you got clearly, and it's not been broken yet formally, so you got that going for you. So down 1% today. All right, cool. BNB only down 0.7%. See, I want us to get a break of 860. Okay, we break 860. Gonna feel a lot better, but I really, if you want like the high, this is like a Terra Luna fractal situation, not as strong because just so many higher lows, but typically this is a type of fractal that ushers in major reversals. And again, it's not really completely valid yet until they break this little, see what they're doing? Another freaking test of the neckline of the slanted head and shoulders, and they haven't broken it yet. So it's not a confirmed head and shoulders. It's still a potential head and shoulders. Not real. It's not real yet. So just pray that, dang man, they're holding it again. So if the sellers are failing, maybe they'll relent enough to where buyers will recapture momentum of the asset. You'll break 860. You'll then break these shoulders and then invalidate the structure completely, and then rerun into price discovery 905 plus $1,000. That it's all dependent on Bitcoin breaking 112. If we can get a 112 crack for real, I don't think there's going to be any problem for BNB breaking 860 again and running way higher. So that's where we're at. Sellers cannot do anything significant enough on BNB yet, and I hope they can't. I hope we're looking at the sellers are losers. They're going to remain losers, and that's it. Okay, to break the neckline would confirm this, and there is some good downside potential, but unless it happens, it's nothing burger. Okay, never has been, never will be. So pray it holds. All right, and then you got Solana down 3% today. Gosh dang, man. I mean, like, tell me it's not real. Adjusting that trend line. The top part of this maybe wedge. I wouldn't even, you can call it a wedge. You can call it whatever you want. Just call it upsloping price contraction. That's ultimately what it is. They went up yesterday and they formally tested it perfectly as resistance. And today you rolled over, but off the lows. But anything above 198, 191 is good shape, man. Like, you're fine on Solana. Like, I don't have this channel plotted because if you have a channel plotted and you also have like a Bulkowski pattern plotted within, it starts getting, and then you also have the horizontal line support resistances all on the same chart. It starts getting way too busy, and it's just not good for the viewer or the viewing experience. It's just too many lines. So all I have up right now is this structure. So Again, above 191, 198, you really don't have anything to worry about. To lose that is when we're screwed probably, because if you lose 191, you've certainly broken this structure, this upslipping price contraction structure, and you know horizontally there's a lot of downside. So we're okay until that breaks. That's it. Just like BNB, you're okay until the that neckline breaks. All right. Just keeping everyone kind of grounded, like where we are. Your big cryptos. What's up, Lump? What's up, Umpa Lampa? Wayne Batson, Venom, Let's Go, So Freeman, Jeremy F, JR, what's up, dudes? What's up, Brad? Genghis Khan, Ivan, and others. Oh, Mesogamma's here, dude. Wind tornadoes. Oh. Wind ski trip. Okay, so that's your cryptos, whatever. Forget them. There was nothing about them today that was of any significance or anything exciting. It just didn't matter. I'm just covering them to fulfill your needs as the viewer and the enthusiast of my crypto and my Bitcoin. Let's go to a market that is far more interesting, exciting, unbelievable. It is your S&P 500. We must play the Jesus chimes. Four strength, four stam, leather belt. Somehow, some way, Power Hour was Power Hour in all freaking caps with exclamation points. We had the highest daily candle close in the history of the Spider. My God, probably half the gains today came in the last 60 minutes of trading. It was wild. I couldn't believe it. It's just unreal. And as I'm speaking to you, okay, right now, after hours, the S&P 500 ETF is currently trading at all-time highs. Never before in history has the price of the S&P 500 ETF been 649.60. That's where we currently are. So I just don't know what to say besides what a recovery, what a recapturing of the summertime uptrend. Began its party in May with a breakaway gap of sorts. That was the beginning, and you fell out. Oh no, September 2nd. Recaptured it yesterday, and it's really cool. It may not be here on the SPY, but I know on the futures, it was crazy. Yeah, hold on. Let me try to pull up the futures, okay? You can see it right here, okay? Top left of your screen. Let me try to go to lesser time scales. Yeah, look how phenomenal this is. And we discussed kind of maybe what's happening is like you do have upslipping price contraction, certainly. You got to probably supply line here. They break this 6,500 level. I can't even believe. Like, it's just wild. But look, man, they finally recaptured the level, kind of reconfirmed it. Then a bullish engulfing candle today, and then follow through. Got some alerts set up if we're making like, you know, fresh highs of this resuming rally with what, you know, here's the low, here's another the highest low ever, and then you have, my God, is it confirmation of the highest low ever? 200 moving average gets defended super strong for now. So just rejoice in the animal spirits, but more so just understand really what's happening. I think it's the free market repricing assets due to monetary debasement. That's really what's happening. So it's actually not that exciting. It's a little bit more somber. Just that money in your bank account is like collapsing. It's like you're gonna have it. Hey, it sits there for a year. It's not like it's going away, but you're just not gonna be able to buy near as many things with that fiat in your bank account sitting there. So no Hay Song for the Spider. The Hay Song is reserved certainly just for one asset. It's Bitcoin, Bitcoin alone. It's just the way it is. But hey, Hay Song for sure on the Spider. We've had many of them. Many of them. this year. I mean, count how many Hey songs we could have had since the breakout in late June. A lot. Anyway, so that was your spider. Let's go to your Dow Jones Industrial Average. Really cool to see. Remember. Come on, baby. You watch the stream. I know the viewership's down because Bitcoin's trash price action, but if you care about technical analysis on a traditional market, you're watching the past couple days. Come on, how glorious was the double dragonfly doji formal bullish back test of old all-time high. That was phenomenal. Not quite an all-time high. It was your third highest daily candle close ever. But just gotta love it, man. Got to. So, I mean, I'm wondering, well, are we gonna get ourselves some good old-fashioned price discovery? We could. Anything above 45K, given enough time, you do have a big target of 47,370 up there. That was just legend. Is the dragonfly. Drop, yeah, man. I mean, most brokers are going to be okay. You're not going to have to worry about rug pulls on traditional markets. There's so much legalese involved for them to get going. So, yeah. You should want to be trading traditional markets. Because crypto is not it, man. It hasn't been it since 2021 for real. Like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with like holding Bitcoin, yeah. And hey, we can try to identify some harmonics on these scam coins in the basement. And hey, man, they were there. They played out in November. But the problem is, right, they run for what, like a few weeks, and then it's over. Literally, it's done forever. Like, that's what we got virtually. Not the majors. I'm talking about the ones that are not in the top 20, whatever. Maybe not even the top 15. They did that pump off those M-shaped type 2s. It was really cool to see off historical inflection points, easy to manage risk. They were all there. They all were set up for higher prices. Trump gets elected. Boom. They do the thing, 305%, 500% on average. And then that was it. And then it's like we're still waiting on them to reverse again. Now it's September. We're talking 10 months, maybe 9 months, and just nothing. Like they've come off their lows, but no higher highs on the majority of them. Not one higher high. Only maybe now we finally have one higher low, and it's still lower highs after the higher low. God. So anyway, yeah, you'd be better off swing trading traditional markets, because that's where all the research was done, man. Like all these rules and these patterns, this jargon, this was all done on the equities market, the commodities and forex market. It wasn't done on crypto. Crypto is the new world, and we're just trying to apply traditional technical analysis to a very untraditional, scammy market with no regulation. Anyway, so look at it. In the end, it's like they lost the beautiful channel a couple times, but look what they're doing. They're just kind of like confirmation of accumulation. So what does it make on this one? It's not the same on the spider. Spider could be that rising wedge thing. This is more like maybe, let me just get rid of the channel for the sake of patterns. Like you see, it's just kind of like, So, and then, oh my God, no way it's like this. Maybe it is neutral, man. Maybe it is. You could just say it's a symmetrical triangle, bro. Sure, very early in development, but you have 2 reaction lows, 2 reaction highs, so it's valid. But maybe this is what we got going on. I wonder if we're just gonna break it soon, or look, man, where are you on the Nasdaq? You would be at formally swing high, anchor point 1, August 13th, anchor point 2, August 20th. Are we just gonna break it tomorrow, or is this exactly where there could be supply? Nevertheless, really cool to see. Super strong. And here's the other way to look at it, okay? If you're a harmonic wave structure friend, this is an extremely bullish wave structure that could be in the making.
Was yesterday candle on Arla shooting star or a bearish hammer? I know it's still above a key inflection point, but are we cooked after today?
SoFlo Mike, Mick, thank you for the 20 dudes. We'll look at American Airlines. I don't know. I feel like it's not like, you know, typically aren't you looking for shooting stars after really well established rallies and waves have been going on, looking at that top at major resistance. I don't know if you have all that. But hey, it could be a shooting star, and it could just be a short-term sell-off, pivot, higher low, and run again. They've been showing class accumulation at these historical levels, so we will look. That's all I can say. Thank you, dude. Anyway, so the other thing about this, what could be crazy as F, and I would just be like, what assets are going to do it? Would it be NVIDIA? NVIDIA did something very special at close today, extremely special. But how is it going to happen where we have an 88% retrace on B, a higher low on C? Do you know what that means? There's only one pattern completion zone, and it's the 1618. And that's way up here near the major 2025 1414. That's probably, 22,300, 22,400. X marks the spot. If this is gonna go berserk, if you don't fill the gap, I mean, even if you fill the gap, say like, oh, supply, they could fill the gap, you know, and pivot here, and it could still be valid. So this is starting to get really crazy. Yeah, when you see an uptrend and then you see a B point that's 886. And then a higher low on the C point. In the 1618 confluent with a 200% retrace. This is wild, man. I'm wondering, like, I mean, Microsoft started, you know, rallying again. NVIDIA recaptured a key level. Tesla looks to be like, it's just like the stage is set for Tesla. I don't know if it'll happen or when it will happen. You know, how long it's going to take, but Tesla's just set. I mean, win 400. Win. Holy crap. Win like 10% candle. Google all-time highs. Amazon highest monthly candle or highest daily candle close in months. Yeah, highest candle close since February. Apple at the high multi-month highs, highest level since March. Dude, oh my God! Like the strength is wild. So it's like maybe, dude. We're just like theory crafting here, hypothesizing. I'm not talking about, like, you know, using the trade setup or anything. I'm talking about wave structures and maybe what's going on. You know, could just be a neutral price contraction structure, the symmetrical triangle developing or something. But if you like are breaking tomorrow, this little bitty supply line, it would be nuts, dude. What did they do? We recaptured that major 1272 fib extension. God, just powerful. The Rust 2000 getting real, like, revving up again. Oh my God, guess what? IWM, the Rust 2000 ETF, highest daily candle close confirmed since December 11th, highest close of 2025, and a mega breakout. Remember that old all-time high back from March 2021? It's a zone. Clean cut breakout. Nothing here, dude. Nothing here till 244. The small caps. But look at this channel. Oh man, still contained within, just up against the supply line, the overbought threshold. So they're just gonna pull a Google and just gap up and run. It's really pretty. That's a major development. Okay, that's a technical breakout of a historical level and the highest close of 2025. That is spectacular on the Rust 2000. If you cared about getting an update, you got one. Amazing.
Hype in the chat!
TG, that was like, I thought that was like 2 weeks ago or something. Okay, we got melt up all over the place. Real quick, let's just like take a gander at gold that finally cooled off a little bit, but it's just the same picture, same situation that now the equities are going through. Just melt up. Your purchasing power is collapsing. Free market is repricing all these entities. due to the loss of your purchasing power. So, yeah, big. Oh my God, dude, is that a inverted hammer? Yeah, kind of, or no, I guess a hanging man. I don't trust a hanging man on a price discovery breakout until there's follow through. Give me a follow through candle today. Like, you got to close lower than yesterday. It's just a potential hanging man. What happens if they engulf this and we run to 3,600? It's never has been, never will be. That is why confirmation is so important of Japanese candlesticks. So okay, it pulls back. They could take it back to 3,500 and it would be healthy, it'd be normal. They could take it back to 3,430 and they would just be buying opportunities probably. So your big target in price discovery in the short term, 3,600, 3,650, 37, 34. Those are just bread and butter. Fib extensions from the consolidation structures, high to low, that we got throughout the whole year. 2025, man, like most of the year that's just been consolidating. That's beautiful. Goldman Sachs saying the more the Fed loses credibility, the more likely we're going to see $4,000 gold, and if things collapse, capitulate with the Fed, they lose the plot completely, $5,000 gold by sometime late next year. I believe it, man. It's wild. Crazy debasement. It's Mick. Sorry, dude. Hey, man, I'm in the zone. I'm streaming in the zone. So you got silver had a pullback. Whatever, dude. You understand, like, no, it doesn't even matter. Like, this thing could go but $39. It could go to $37.70, and guess what? It would be the highest low we've seen in 15 plus years. Like, so there's so much downside, and it doesn't even matter. The trend wouldn't be in jeopardy for a very long time. You'd have to be falling below 36, 30, yeah, the multitude of 36s. And then you'd have to lose 35.69, a steel wall. I mean, my God. You're just one red day, man. It could be a couple red days. I don't care. This thing's probably, $44 just on deck. You're waiting. Okay, nothing to worry about. Red day. Pfft. All right, so these gold and silver, had to look at them because they are definitely playing a role in this market. Let's look at these Mag 7s. Let's go best to worst. The best. Amazon. They did it, man. That little pennant idea, right? We were talking about this yesterday. They're just putting in higher lows, man. They keep absorbing supply that remains at the overhead resistance back from December. The highest daily candle close, again, achieved since February 6th. And we have officially an unfilled gap. It has not been filled at 238.81, right there from February 6th. The gap down and the collapse. Nope, you never filled it in July. Nope. Still up against that 886. But what a candle. So, huge level taken out. Gap fill at 238.98, whatever. And then you got a date with all-time highs above 240.276. Spectacular. Just higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. You just keep doing it. Wonderful, man. Meta, good news. It was a weird day, could have been better, but something really good happened today technically, where the buyers recaptured the old overhead resistance, old all-time high from Valentine's Day. They also recaptured this uptrend, this midterm uptrend, trying to conceptualize it. You're back within it. So there's an unfilled gap, though, at 738.39. It would be wonderful if at open tomorrow they push the price down to 739, 740 to reconfirm the resistance as support and also reconfirm this channel's demand line as demand line again and fill the gap. And they would be not getting three birds stoned at once. And if they do that successfully, my God, price discovery, you'd be targeting for the 1272, the 2025 1272 from the high to low. That's 811, and then 847 could be on deck too going into Q4. It's just see how real this is tomorrow and maybe into the next week. Interesting. But that's a big deal, man. I think on Meta. Very big deal. Pay attention. All right, Tesla. Something really good's going on here, okay? And if you're in the Patreon Discord or Citadel, we do have ourselves a confirmed, okay? Confirmed Japanese candlestick reversal. The highest low we've seen since February, at least, maybe. But this right here, it may be, I don't think it's off at all. This is a bullish abandoned baby. You had a gap. You had this candle closed. You gapped down. Created the doji. Morning star. And then gapped up. Proportionate to the gap down. Right? Same thing. So that was a potential. Okay? These three Japanese candlestick patterns, or these three Japanese candles, make the pattern. But you cannot say it's a real pattern until you catch follow through after the pattern completes. And guess what? We freaking got it today. This is your follow through candle. So if we were just going by Steve Neeson's book, we have the pattern. It's confirmed with follow through. So it's like you may oscillate a little bit, but this is it. This is where, okay, time to mark up and head to at least probably 355. That's Japanese candlestick reversal, okay? Identified, confirmed. It's time. Fourth Valley, just another higher low, just pretty much back testing the symmetrical triangle breakout formally, back above the 200-day simple moving average. Waiting on $400. $400 waiting room. That's what this stream is now. Okay. Very cool. Because like a lot of these other ones are just so elevated that you can't really do much. They're just gone. So this gets me excited. Time to adopt, chat. Time to adopt. Hype in the chat for Elon. Not saying he abandoned his babies, but it is interesting, right? He does have many different children with different mothers. So it could be a very cryptic thing, because you had something cryptic before was the T-shaped recovery. This looked like the T-shape, the Tesla logo. It was an inverse head and shoulders, but it was kind of scuffed. We didn't care too much about it until this price action. That was the trade setup. Beautiful. But the T-shaped Tesla logo, inverse head and shoulders, and now we happen to have a bullish abandoned baby. Huh. Okay. Don't come back to me when we're at 400. Should have by now. All right. Google. Oh my God, man. What a king, dude. Patient pays. Patience pays. The NVIDIA fractal. Yeah. Like that. So, all-time highs. Highest daily candle close ever. More Jesus chimes. Freaking roaring. The roaring 20s. We're in them. You know what the target is. The 1414, 234.50. If you ever break that, the gold mean ratio, 248. 248 is what? Target 4 of the trade setup posted June 26th. Target 3 was 225, formally hit for the first time yesterday. It's a dream, man. I don't know what you want. This thing's exploding in market cap, too. Good luck. Bitcoin's not going to be... Like, remember when Bitcoin was overtaking Google's market cap? Not doing that again anytime soon. Not even close. It's not happening. Look at this, man. Remember, they were neck and neck. Bitcoin was, taking over, and then Google, and then they were just fighting back and forth, flipping. And it's like, nah, dude. Google will be at $3 trillion maybe by the end of next week. Yeah. Going to be your next $3 trillion company, and it really is.
And then, just like that,
Google was going to be $3 trillion. Amazon 2.5. I mean, if it goes in price discovery, that's coming. Look at this. I mean, silver's higher market cap than Bitcoin right now. So that's where we're at. Look, Tesla's down here. Only $1 trillion. Meh. All right, NVIDIA, this is something special, chat. Very big deal here. I know it doesn't look like it, but with such a limited amount of support resistances on this asset, they recaptured a range bottom.
Word on the street, a Siberian bear is approaching in 2026 hunting for over-leveraged portfolios.
What's up, Marbob? Good to see you, man. Well, maybe, dude, maybe. But remember there's the chart of making money. Let me try to find it real quick, okay? I'll pull it up for y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about, most of y'all. But let me try to find this thing. Of course, it's not going to be on Google Images. Oh, there it is. Periods when to make money, chat. Okay, here we are. Oh, what the? Okay, so right here, 2026, we're like right here. 2023, 24, 25, and 26. 2007, bro. Oh, 1999. You see that? 1999 and 2007, and then it was over. It collapsed, right? So we're approaching, you know, again, this is like, take it with a grain of ancient salt. This is a meme, dude. This was created back in like the early 1900s, so it doesn't mean much. It's just for fun, but it is cool. It's crazy. 1999, 2007, 2016. That was wrong as F. 2014 and 15 sucked for making money. It was Obama's last couple of years, and then Trump gets elected, and then the stock market went berserk. So, yeah, and then 2020 happened. I don't know. I guess. So yeah, that's where we are. So maybe at the end of next year, that Siberian bear comes, if this is accurate. Marbob, thank you, dude. Thanks, dude. So, your rectangle has been recaptured by the grace of God. I guess above $170, 171, you're okay. So that means easy to target for 174 here for just a gap fill. Another gap fill around 180, maybe 180, 159. So that's, you got upside if this is real. Bullish engulfing candle confirmed today. So let's see what happens. That is definitely, if this could rally and fill some gaps, that is certainly how some of, you know, we're going to be making fresh all-time highs on the spider. And maybe soon the NASDAQ's still way off. I mean, somewhat off. It's all-time high, unlike the SPY. So 1880s projection, that's what it is. Pretty accurate. Yeah, crazy. All right, Apple doing things it hasn't done in a long time. Highest daily candle close confirmed since February 28th. They broke that 237 level yesterday, as we discussed, and today they formally back tested it as support. It's confirmed support, which is crazy, and caught follow through. So maybe you'd be like, oh my God, 241, that'll be tested, but the big next resistance, given enough time above 237, is 247.26. Those highs up here, that's on deck. So beautiful to see, really. Okay, run away, send us higher. Microsoft trying to put in a bottoming base by the looks of it a little bit, right? I mean, maybe they're $500. Psychological, talking about it every day now. $500. It's a swing high from June 30th. It's a swing low from July 23rd, excuse me. And they're holding once and now twice. You can kind of see formally, it's like on a lesser time scale, probably really pretty. Yeah, like with some more candles, like it's like, dang, dude, you got a little confirmation low here, don't you? Okay, well, if it's real, then this is the sell wall. This is the level to break if you want to break out. So they're doing something, consolidating after drawing down. I hope it breaks upward, dude. So 510's the big breakout point for maybe way higher in time. So, okay, there's your Mag 7s, dude. There you go. Hype in the chat. I think we had job numbers tomorrow, don't we? Job numbers could wreck the party. Okay, so there's a trade setup that was recently posted, and it's due to Wyckoff accumulation. It's just that. It's the final phase. And I'm wondering, is it time? Stitch fix. Look at this freaking candle, man. A bullish Marabazoo by the book. Not one shadow on the bottom nor the top. It was perfect specimen bullish Marabazoo. And it gave us the highest daily candle close since December 11th. Highest daily candle close of 2025. After that pullback, it was the highest low of the uptrend. So just sitting in this, got some call options. They were cheap, wasn't a big deal. I don't give a crap what happens. But the upside potential in this situation, maybe just you might have a little bit of adversity right where you are, maybe 576, but I'm just targeting for at least $7, but then probably 876. This is it, man. This is it. Phenomenal accumulation. Buying campaign been going on. Someone's been holding. They've been continuously buying, and it looks like the markup phase seems probable, though again, it's not certain. I'm not saying all in, just saying like a reasonable position on this to get paid. Don't know, you just ignore it. Why is the composite operator accumulating Stitch Fix? Because he likes the business model of what is it that what they do is like, hey man, I'm a bro, I like these certain things, and then the company will put a shoebox together and put a bunch of crap in there, consumer goods in the box of, you know, of his liking, just things, and he gets to pick what he wants to buy out of that box every month and return the things he doesn't like, and he pays for those. And that's the model. That's Stitch Fix. It's like personal shopping for the things I like, but I don't have to buy everything, and I don't even have to leave my home for it. That's what this is. So maybe he's just a fan, you know. Maybe it's just been, that's too much. We need to go send this thing higher. You know, here's the thing. Maybe the composite operator has inside information or inside knowledge that maybe some major entity is looking to buy Stitch Fix at a discount, and he wants in before it happens. There's just, you never know, man, why the composite man does what he does. He knows things that we don't know. We just look at the chart. We just look at him accumulating. A buying campaign just been ongoing for a year and a half now. Okay. Micron was up 4.6% today. Jeez, dude. Super strong. So this is a massive bullish wave structure too. Micron looks like it might be getting ready for 130, and then when it breaks 130, the thing happens. The big markup. The XDA, the 886, it's even deeper. It's like a 93, 94% retrace, the higher low on C. And if they break this B point, 130, minimum target on Micron's like 145. This is freaking wild. And guess what? That right there would be pretty awesome, because from this high up here to low, where would it be? It would be confluent with the major 88% retrace. That will be X marks the spot for Micron where you might see a reaction, 146.45. So that's it right there, man. So it all looks super strong. It was up almost 5% today. Crazy. Really good above 109, 111. I mean, for that to be a support now is spectacular. As you know, last year, Micron, it was just resistance all freaking, you know, from August all the way to January, and then there was such a lack of demand they couldn't test it again, and then it collapsed in April and rallied. Just looking at stuff, man. Like TripAdvisor's up today. Dang, man. Is there anything that special about? You know, this looks like to me, I mean, they did break this crazy multi-year downtrend. Holy crap. I don't really care about that as much. I would say, like, more locally, it's like you could maybe use your imagination. It looks like right-angled, descending, broadening formation type of situation. You know, like, okay, down sloping support, horizontal line resistance. The big breakout point is pretty much probably 1850 to break that way higher. Yeah, it's all right, man. I mean, these are basement assets. The thing's been devastated for so long. Maybe it's about time for some sort of rally to 24 bucks. Maybe they go fill the gap at 25.73, make an 88% retrace from this high to low, and then this rolls over again, lowest high, and rolls over again later. But dang, man, crazy. Exos, Exact Sciences, my God, man. It was up 4.3% today. This one's got the crazy harmonic framework. Looks great. Better on the weekly, I think, right? Dude, yeah. That's like phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. I just, like you run to 60, but then you got to break 60. You got to break that 200 weeks of moving average. A lot of work to be done on this one, but dude, look at it. It's just, this is the dream setup for the long term. Health technology. You know what these things turn into eventually? They'll do this. They'll be X, A, B, C, and then D. 886. They'll run it all the way up. Eventually. But that right there is perfect. Bullish Gartley, type 2 return. The type 2 return has its own local form of confirmation, which is really strong. Extremely nice bullish divergence on the MACD histogram. You haven't seen positive momentum yet. It's like, dang, man, this thing's set up. Set up for way higher if the TA is respected. I think you have a high probability, 70% chance plus of way higher if you give me months. Give me 6 months, a year. This thing's 60 plus, All right. There you go, Element OP. What's up, dude? I'm sorry, chat. Bitcoin just can't keep it together. Dude, it's crypto. It's not in a crazy good spot, okay, for risk management. You know that. Not Bitcoin. Ethereum had its crazy run. This is the stuff like you come to the stream for. Like, Bitcoin can't do something like this because it just hit all-time highs 2 times in 2 months. Like, it's just, you can't have value on Bitcoin. It's just premium, and there's not really a strong structure or anything. It could have double topped. We don't even know. The confirmation could be in. This is where it's like confirmation that the bottom's in. And you wish Bitcoin looked like this so you can make a high conviction long. And know you got a high probability way higher given enough time. So the weekly, man. Friendly reminder. There it is. And then, you just have assets that are up today. About WHR. Remember that springback test on WHR? Anyone remember that? Yeah, I think things have turned around. I mean, it had a deep retrace, but the level where this asset reverses, it's happened again. So just checking up on it. Higher low, rallying. If you ever break 102, again, you could be bottoming out. And then you got what? You got some sort of, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's a Gartley, or it's an 886 Gartley, right? That'd be how you're targeting for Whirlpool if it was going to actually complete a C wave and run higher eventually. Just looking at some of these winners today. Solar Edge, another. Here we go, man. Just talk about a buying campaign. Thing getting real close. I don't know why it wouldn't. It's already broken out. I mean, at this point, you're just waiting for $40 Solar Edge. And then $42.82 after that. You're just waiting for higher prices on this one. Phenomenal. Intel up 2.5%. Okay, so partial decline. Okay, so in a way, you could have that thing. We talked about it yesterday, okay? The final phase of Wyckoff accumulation comes with a sign of strength, a backup, and then confirmation. We can't really say we have any confirmation yet because we're still trading within the parameters of the trading range. So, you might just have to say it's a partial decline and go with it. This is a really nice day today. Nice bullish engulfing candle. But you just got to wait till we break 25 bucks, 25.50. That's it, man. That's like, I think, the trading range. So, no breakout yet. Crazy enough, but super strong. Could be the very end, of all this, and to break 25.50, it could be a catalyst. Your easy target 28.89, then 35, then 42 after that. I mean, you got some good targets above if this plays out. So we'll do this thing, man. Three minutes to the daily close on crypto. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button below. So thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much, dude. Okay, old ODP. Remember this is like a trade setup. Remember that after the scam wick, it's still okay. Who cares about the lately? It's more about like, oh yeah, this is a historical level where reversals occur, where you massive markups to $34+. So broke the 200 moving average. Looks like there's probably a golden cross maybe coming, or it's so crazy, man. Okay, chat, the golden cross. Literally on ODP happened today. Okay, my golden cross. Last time we had a golden cross, a real one. I mean, the last real golden cross, maybe November 2020, 5 years. Jeez. Okay, dude. Type in the chat. Probably above the 22. Oh my God, you're above all the moving averages. Oh, it's nice. Send it, dude. Again, I was just looking at some of these, some of it's fun just looking at the winners. How they doing, man? They're okay. All right, do we have a request? I don't even know if we had a request, to be real. Maybe like one or something. Whatever at this point. AAL. We had 2 contributions this stream. That's it. Okay. At least it's not minimum wage. At least it's higher than minimum wage, whatever. Okay, American Airlines. It certainly had that shooting star yesterday, right? Fell back below the 200 moving average. I don't think you're in trouble on AAL until maybe you're losing 1141. Why? Because this level is so real. Like this whole zone, like 1140 to 1222. You have the weekly. My God, you take it back, man. Extend this. Yeah, you see the swing highs back from 2008, 2010. Like, if you're above that, you're okay. But there are a lot better assets out there lately locally in terms of trend analysis, right? Your recent weekly event was the lowest low you had seen in 5 years, more than 5 years. But they did recapture the very real inflection zone. So it's like optimum entry levels, if you care about levels being recaptured, which is awesome. That's good. And then we had an accumulation structure still there, still valid. So I think like it sucks. Today it was down 4.3%. It happens, but it didn't kill the asset or kill the argument for maybe there's a lot of upside, right? That would be below, again, 1150. You probably want to say we might be in trouble here. There might be something seriously wrong with AAL below 1150, but above it, you're all right. 9 seconds, chat. So let's go back to Bitcoin. And then I will just wrap this thing up, man. I hope, you had a good day on the markets. I hope, man. If not, you got too much exposure to S coins. Not enough to actual assets to make money that are driving the world economy now. If you had a good day on the market, that means you own fundamentally sound assets that are most efficient money-making machines in the entire world. In human civilization's history, they are the most efficient and the best. You had a good day. So okay, Jesus chimes. We did it, man. daily candle closed. It was technically a bearish engulfing candle. It was technically 112, regarded as resistance for the second day in a row.
LSE 3D weekly PLS. Thanks.
Hey, it's you, dog. Sure. WOSJ. G. On London Stock Exchange, sweat on it, mate. Yeah, I think you did. We will look, okay? So, could have been a better candle. You saw how close we were, like, about to be positive on the day. And then we wound up in less than 60 minutes losing 1% of value from where we were when the stream started. So, again, what is it? We are just now sandwiched between 109.35801 and 112, two former all-time highs, right? Right here from May, and then here from January 20th. Ping-ponging. Maybe you put in your first high or low on the 4 hour, but on a significant time scale like the daily, no higher highs yet. No higher lows locally, right? You see it. They're all like lower highs, lower lows. So a short-term downtrend still intact. The short-term downtrend, I believe, would be maybe reversing above 113.4, swing, you know, that August 28th high, minor high. That's where it's a bunch of crap price action. Hard to do anything. Hard to strategize at all, man. It's just how it is on this market right now. You can't make the market be like a great opportunity for a swing trader. You have to have those structures develop, and it has to be over 100 days typically. And you want value. Well, there's just no value, man. There's no value on Bitcoin. You could just strategically play I hope to God that these inflection zones hold as support. Please God. But to say you have some sort of like edge on the market right now, I don't think so. Look at this, man. It's almost a parabolic rally since 2023. But that's cool though. We believe in Bitcoin. We don't have to have an edge. We just hold it long term. But that's not swing trading. There's a big separation between what I'm trying to teach here and what Bitcoin is. We just honor Bitcoin by analyzing it every single day.
Dollar back on NYSE. Some accumulation going on the daily. Would love your take.
Trader Man, thanks for joining. VAC, yeah, we'll get VAC. Sure thing, dude. Much love. All I can say is I hope we hold these mega levels. If not, 100K. If they hold successfully, that means soon we'll break 112 and we'll be running straight up to 117. And then I'll be happy. But in the end, the way it is, and this is unfortunate, trend people will understand, if you want to be able to say definitively that this trend is continuing higher, we have to see prices back above 123.231. You have to make a higher high now than the previous highs put in. That's the only way to reconfirm the validity of the trend. Wow. What was?
Thank you for the education and edification. Would you please look at our on the NASDAQ?
Plan to prosper. Thanks so much for the freaking 50. Remember, all these tips now, it's confirmed. All these tips are tax-free. Thank you, President Trump. You're tipping me on stream, crowdsourced, right? I'm crowdsourced, 100%. Boom, no taxes. So, amazing. Thank you, dude. Whew. If you tip through stream elements like that, that is like, I keep it all. There's no Google 30% super chat crap. No government involved now. It's just you and me.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Love it, dude. Okay. Let's see here. WOSG. Yeah, no longer minimum wage. We did it, man. Whew. Thought I was going to go work at McDonald's, but they wouldn't even hire me at McDonald's anyway. Ooh, interesting-ish, maybe? I mean, there's no momentum. Let's just, Watches of Switzerland. You know what's crazy about this chart? It's very similar to the luxury watch market. I think the luxury watches are still trading higher than 886, but let's very cool to see. Let me try to do something cool. while we look at this one, okay? Let me try to find something. It's probably a bad example on the Rolex Daytona Panda, because this one's probably kept its premium very well. Oh my god, do I have to log in? God. One sec. I'm pulling up a luxury watch chart so we can look at it. Jeez, come on, man. You kidding me? Let's go. Okay, cool, cool. All right, let's see if I can. This is max. Let's go 5 years. Okay, so there is not much difference between this chart and this. Okay, so this was 2020, September 2020. See the spike? It topped out where? It was March 2022. Okay, March 2022. December 2021, January, February, March. This is so the Daytona. That's the watches. The Rolex Daytona ended up holding up a little bit longer, so it topped out here. So, but an 88% retrace, that's pretty certain. We have that. It's been bleeding out for years. I mean, that's the luxury watch market. That's why I was like, I only got into luxury watches last year, and it was just because, like, man, these are 886 charts. It's like, okay, I'll buy them at this. So they're still higher. So like it was $28,000 for a steel Daytona on the gray market, October 2020, and now it's $31,000. So it's still up, but at one point at the peak of the mania, it was like $60,000. So cool chart, because yeah, it's an all-time 886, obviously, from the low point to high point, 886. Looks like they're putting in a confirmation low on that double bottom, right? Like 1 and 2 here. Yeah, dude, that's pretty spectacular. I might, so I didn't talk anything about, I did recently get a new Rolex from my new AD, and Eric, our boy, he's in the chat. He's a viewer friend for years. He got promoted, or he got headhunted, and it opened up an avenue for a connection to the Rolex authorized dealer market. So anyway, being able to buy things, if you don't know about Rolex, like if you can get the watch from an AD, it's way cheaper. And if you buy it from them, most watches will sell at a premium on the gray market. So if I bought a watch for like 12K, depending on what it is, it could be worth immediately on the gray market 20K, 25K, 30 plus K, or maybe only 15K. But anyway, I got my first watch through this new connection, and I gifted it to my dad because it was I have a lefty watch called the Sprite, and I was offered that one, and yeah, so it was like, gift that to my father. So he's a lefty as well, so we have matching watches. So anyway, that's kind of the story of why I wasn't saying anything about it, because I wanted to gift it and be surprised. So that is crazy, man. You have an 886 double bottom with bullish divergence. This is a great chart, G-Dog. This might be time. I mean, maybe the luxury watch market might be bottoming out. This is freaking beautiful. S&P 500 futures chat right now as I'm speaking to you, all-time effing highs. Alert just went off. Wow. Yes, Jared, I'm left-handed. That is a spectacular situation here. If you care about that, it is the easiest thing in the world. We're going to do it. We're doing it live. F it, man. Nice bullish engulfing candle on the weekly being painted up almost 6%. Look at this. How easy, how effortless it would be to strategize here. Target 1, 6-to-1 reward or risk. It's a position trade. You would own this. You wouldn't do you wouldn't move. You'd have your stop loss set up. Forget about it, man. Target 1 and 2. These swing. You could use Fibonacci if you wanted, but overhead resistance, man. It's like target 3 would be right here. I'll plot them like target 1, target 2, target 3, and these are all going to be like reasonable retraces. Candle close right there. That's it. Easiest trade setup one could ever dream of if it plays out. Maybe you could even have a looser stop loss if you wanted, in case they really tried to grab some liquidity, whatever. It's just a good example of a risk management plan. Okay, G-Dog, fantastic, man. You can't be Hype King again. If this plays out, we'll double Hype King you somehow, okay? Wow. It's pretty. It's like, it's suspiciously pretty. Oh, God, in before we get stopped down on it, you know, but it is just chart patterns and technical indicators. That's it. That's it. You could make this thing be a harmonic if you wanted. You really could. It probably is. But we don't have to say it is, you know. It didn't the B point looks kind of, where do you be? Yeah, you could do the B point, the C point right here. It is an M shape, okay? Sure. So that only strengthens the argument, okay? Good stuff, man. Anytime G-Dog requests, I know it's going to be a freaking doozy, man. Love it. Wow. Anything above 315 is Kang behavior. That's Kang price. That is value within value with confirmation of a bottom getting put in with sellers being exhausted. All of it. Don't forget it, man. I'm having alerts set up. I might just buy some tomorrow. But if you really want to play this chart for real, it's higher risk. Buy a luxury watch. Like a staple one, right? A staple luxury watch. Not like, you know, one that's selling below retail or something. Anyway, so thanks again, G-Dog. Let's do this thing, man. Send it higher. S&P, just a fresh all-time high. So nonchalant, like no big deal, dude. It just is happening. All right, let's go to VAC, Marriott Vacations Worldwide Corporation. All right, are we gonna be lodging spectacularly? That's crazy though. Marriott MAR. So this is just a different aspect of its business or something. So you clearly see a major level, $60. The only thing that sucks about this one, yeah, nice 886. I see you, man. You requested this, Trader Man, because you're like, it's an M shape, hitting that 886 probably perfectly. And a big reaction occurred, but the trend is still not your friend, right? The momentum is still in the hands of the sellers. No forms of confirmation of the recapturing of 60. Right? Look, let me show you. All right, like spring, back test of spring, that's confirmation. Nice test there. You know, sometimes you don't get much, just a test, and that was it. So, and really, let's see. My God, it's a zone. It is a zone here. A candle close, candle close. Look what they did when they lost it. In 2020, the COVID crash, when they recaptured it, look at this wick. They reconfirmed its validity as support before what? All-time highs. So we know $60 to $62 is an unreal level, and that is the level where we would be looking for structures to develop. We'd be looking for the positive price action correlation. If we don't have it, it's really hard to trade. Like, how do we trade it? I don't know. Like, you can't trade it until we're doing something at that level, you know, creating a structure down there. So I would hope that VAC would mark down. We'd get something like this. Oh no, we're losing it. And then we recapture it. And then we reconfirm it. And then we get that rule of three stuff. We, you know, even without this pattern, it's like 1 and 2 and 3 after the third slightly, you know, the higher low, then it went. You know, so we would want something like this. We may never get it. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying, as a swing trader, position trader, these are things we covet. We scan all day looking for things that look like this, you know, like that hypothetical. It looks like that now. Kind of like, you know, what we just saw on WOSG. It's like there now. Other problem you have is like hidden bearish divergence, kind of stagnation in the momentum, only lower highs, right? There is no evidence that of more than before. So yeah, you have the M shape, but just think about it. The seller's still just, it's like a moving car. Perfect 886, right? Give me the type 1. Well, then we got to see the brakes get put on the sellers. And the brakes get put on sellers with new structures, momentum shifting structures, accumulation structures. You don't have any of that yet. So it's great M-shape identification. Absolutely, man. That's a big old bullish shark. But let's get some correlation to the zone so we can have an optimum trading plan. Easy to enter, easy to set up a stop, and we know we have maximum upside if it succeeds. Okay? Thank you, dude. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But, yeah. It's important, man. Momentum is so important. And swing highs and swing lows in consecutive fashion can give us indication of what type of momentum sellers have, buyers have. Are the sellers losing it yet? Not yet. No, it was a pretty nasty swing low, you know, most recently. It's okay. All right, that was VAC. And now let's look at AUR for Plan to Prosper. Thanks for the 50, dude. Tax-free. Aurora Innovation Incorporated. I mean, not a good start, but, you know, they're trying to turn things around, I guess. I would say with such limited data. You got that wick high, and you got the candle close. I would say these two, yeah. You see that? Like, it's the first time in history it's ever, you know, anything ever happened there, and so that's how like a level can be cemented for the future as relevant for a reversal point. So you extend this right. You see now all of a sudden we have a zone here. Okay, I think that's pretty real. So the problem is you've lost it. Right? It was a really nice run, and then the momentum shifted into the hands of the sellers. Where you had the highs, the highest high, a sell off, a lower low than the previous low, then a lower high than the previous high, then the same low than the previous low, but now a lower high. And like I think like you can't really get excited about AUR until they recapture 615. Okay. What I would want, okay, if you ask me, they just bearishly back tested it. They were doing that this week. Okay, so what you would want is this and then this. And then you get like, hey man, maybe we got a higher low coming in, easy to manage risk, positive price action correlation to the inflection zone, and you got some decent upside above you. So you need more. Like it's insurance to want to own an asset that is trading above its key level. And it's even more insurance to own an asset that is trading above its level and has confirmed that level that was once resistance as support, and it's very real. You're not doing that yet. You're not quite there. So anyway, but yeah, the trend's been good, but lately, you know, that was kind of, it topped out, you know. What they do, they just took it to the swing lows from 2021. Very similar-ish to what you saw on ACHR and some of these quantum computer companies. Okay, 979, yeah. So if you recapture 615, you back test it and it's favorable, then you might have a target for 979 again. So anyway, so that was the last request for now. Yeah, we're still on Bitcoin and we're still just stuck in purgatory, short-term downtrend. Sellers cannot lose 109.08, but they can't break 112. You did bearish swing golf. Hopefully there's no fall there today. We break 112. It's going to be a quick ride to 117. You were in between two levels. It is the antithesis of having an edge. There's just no edge on Bitcoin. You cannot make there really be an edge. I'm sorry. Not on the daily. But yeah, people are going to come with their crystal balls and be like, dude, 150 end of year. But it's like, okay, man, sure, probably. That's the romantic aspect, okay? Romanticism. We love Bitcoin. We want 200K, 1 million.
Hi Mitch, could we look at ADA? Thanks.
Look at ADA right now. Boom. Man, I wish I had something good to say about it. I don't yet. I like the higher low and the higher high, but I don't like it when we're trading below 90 cents. I don't like it being back contained within the 2025 downtrend. They're holding on to 79.5 cents, but trading wise, I don't really see an edge. I mean, they could take this thing back down to 68 cents. Yeah, they're trying to hold this swing high from March 2024, swing low from 2022. Maybe it holds, but again, I mean, you can just tell when the framework exists in the space-time continuum. Like, oh, it's just right there and it's perfect. And there's no controversy and it's actionable. And you have an increased probability that it will resolve bullishly. And it's easy to manage risk. There's no controversy. On this, where it is right now, I can't sign off on it even without an edge and all that. You flip the coin, it can pump tomorrow. It can pump today. Man, it could be up 10% today, but it would be random. It wouldn't be because there's an edge. It wouldn't be because of impending price action reversal, anything like that. So if I'm not able to construct a trading plan with an increased probability of positive resolution, then it's flipping coins. And all I can do is talk about the levels. And you're kind of sitting at 80 cents, 79 cents. You don't want to lose it because it's going to be a quick 10-cent drop. And then hopefully maybe down there they can confirm a bottom. And then maybe we could take action on a confirmation low, right? Maybe. So it's not much to do. You're kind of you're like kind of reconfirming the supply line as supply line again lately. The past few days, it's been terrible price action. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, thank you, dude, so much for the 20. Sorry. This community and this stream is like pure technicals, and technical analysis is not fortune telling. It is literally a risk management tool. And when the structures are not there, concluding their development at key inflection points with positive price action correlation, you don't have anything. You're just looking at random, 50% chance it's pumped. Bitcoin's got probably a 50% chance we're going to 112, 50% chance we're going to 109.358 probably right now. Just flip a freaking coin. Okay. Sucks. But yeah, whatever. We love Bitcoin long term. Who cares about what? Okay, it goes to 100K. You still doesn't even matter. It makes an 886 from a low to high. 886. There'd be a great argument for a trade setup down there. But right now, you're just praying that these levels hold. I hope they do, man. Okay. Anyway, so thanks each and every one of you for coming out. Gonna get some dinner now. I'm really hungry, and I've been live now, hour 24 minutes. So please hit that like button, the bell, the sub if you enjoyed the analysis today. Fourth of the month, fourth best day to join the Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayTA. You get access to trade setups, education, the premium Discord chat, my charts that I'm posting daily, and updates on different assets, various assets, different markets. And above all, you're supporting a 100% crowdsourced content creator. Almost 8 years, never accepted a dime from any entity to promote to you, never monetized on YouTube. No one does that, okay? If you got to say one person does it, okay, one other person does it, okay? So I'll be back. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, respect the TA.